windy today. It's loud in the tractor, so I'm going to talk a little bit louder than usual. But, so after we mechanically prune and send a work crew through to hand prune the grapevines, the vineyard looks a bit messy. So there are sticks everywhere, some littler sticks, some bigger chunks of branches. So the vineyard needs cleaned up after that. And how we clean up each individual grape row is with this brush puller. So this brush puller basically has two spinny heads on the top, and it sweeps everything in to the middle of the grape row. And then the mower on the back mows everything up into a nice, clean row. So we could leave it as is, but we need to clean it all up because during the spring with the cycles or the ATVs, the branches can get caught up in the wheel well of the ATVs and different things such as that. So we just brush pull to clean everything up. So we are brush pulling. We have like one designated tractor that brush pulls, and that is this New Holland TN85FA. And this tractor is pretty old. I don't know how old it is. I'll ask Dad and we'll put it up on the screen. But it is one of our oldest tractors. So with that is this tractor, there is an issue with some bearings that are like stuck. They would have had to split the tractor to fix the problem, and the tractor basically wasn't worth fixing that. So we're basically just running it until it stops running, which that was like, when they found that problem with the bearings, that was like 3 years ago, I think. But this tractor's been running good ever since. Like, it's a champ. So, this tractor, the brakes don't work on this tractor. Like, I push the brakes in, literally nothing happens. Dad and Bro tried to fix it, but they did something with the brake fluid and all that, but it didn't work. And so the brakes don't work on this tractor, which is fine. I'm only going like, here's the thing. I tell you how fast I'm going, but the speedometer doesn't work either. So I'm only going like maybe 2 to 3 mile an hour, maybe 3.5. And the parking brake, hold on, let me show you. The parking brake light is stuck on. The parking brake is not on, just the light won't go away. So the parking brake isn't on, just that light doesn't work. So one time, it was early January, I think. This door has recently got replaced because it was early January, and basically this is what happened. This was early January. It was so not my fault. Alright, so I wasn't even going to record, like it happened and I sent my siblings a picture and I wasn't like even thinking, I was like, of recording because I didn't even know what to say. I was just like, I told my sister I'll do voiceover later. And I was like, I'm not going to record. She was like, she sent me back a text in all caps, record. So she brought me the camera. But basically I was brush pulling down a grape row and I was just chugging along, brush pulling, and then just a big puff and a poof, and the window poofed, and I was just like, oh, and then stopped the tractor. I literally have no idea what happened. I was just driving down the row brush pulling, and then all of a sudden just boom. And nothing would have hit the tractor window either. So that's annoying. Especially now that I have like tiny little particles of glass all over me. And on my hand. Thankfully, it did not hit my face. But yeah. I like seriously, like I was going down the road and then just boom. It didn't really scare me though. I was just like, crap, and then stop the tractor. But yeah, it's pretty much everywhere. I don't really want to move. Because there was nothing, there was like no post sticking out or anything. I've already driven up the row a bit, but once Dad gets here, I'll go walk you guys back down and show you where it happened, that there's nothing in the row that could have hit it. But yeah, I was literally just, because it's sunny today. On the bright side, I was literally just telling my brother, too bad I didn't have an open cab tractor. Oh man. I don't know, I'm gonna get all of this off of me. I shut off the tractor and called Dad, and he told me to slowly drive up the row, and so I did. And my brother was working on this farm too, so he came over. Anyway, Dad cleaned up all the glass. He said something must have ricocheted off of the window. And I was like, I didn't hear anything though. And my brother said you wouldn't have been able to hear it because it hit the window at the same time the window popped. So
making a mess. Slowly pour it out of the seal. the broom in here?
After Dad cleaned it all up, then I got back to work. Alright, Dad cleaned out the tractor and back to work. And it was all over me. All like little itty bitty things of glass. Thankfully, it did not hit my face. That would have been bad. A little piece of it went into my hand, but that's fine. It doesn't hurt anymore. There's a little piece of glass sticking up out of my hand. Anyway, so I was brush pulling down a row after Dad cleaned it all up and everything, and then I found what hit the window. I tell you, I don't know how I get these windows so clean. Alright. Right here. I'll have to come clean this up. Needless to say, nothing would have hit the... Dad said something must have ricocheted off of the window and then made it shatter. Oh. Something like this rock. That's annoying. Yep. Well, at least we found out. Anyway, back to work. At least this has heating. Shut the door. Anyway, I just took some footage off of my phone and then she brought me the camera. So, but thankfully this tractor does have heating, so yeah. Was this rock. This is what did it. But anyway, I literally sent, because it was a sunny day today, and I sent my sibling, my brother sent and said, "You think the sun's hot enough for me to get a tan today?" And I sent that, I need an open cab tractor. And then like an hour later they get a text of the window all shattered, so that didn't look very good. Oh man. So, but when I was going up the row after this happened, my hair was in the sun. I was like, it was hitting this, my hair was hitting the sun, so that was good. Which, it's a nice window. You can see I just cleaned it today too. Dad and Bro got it fixed the next day.
Oh. That's the one you lost.
And so yeah, this window is like very new for this tractor. And I told Dad the day that he fixed it, which was the next day, I told Dad that if I hit another rock, I'll try to make it hit this window and not this one. After we posted the New Year's video, if you haven't watched that, that looks like this. We took a little break. We've still been farming, working all throughout winter, but sometimes it's nice to just like go out to the farm, work, and not have the camera, you know, like just be just be out in the farm and work. And we took a nice little break after that New Year's video. So I will show you the handles. Alright, so this handle puts the brush up and down, puts the brush puller heads up and down, and then this handle will put the brush puller head in and out like that. You can't really see, but they can go in and out. And then this, I just push this in and I just put this in, and this puts the mower up and down. And then this turns the brush puller heads on and off. And that's pretty much all I have to do. And just make sure that this and the mower doesn't hit anything. Just make sure they're all running in a straight line. Yeah. See, this tractor has a lot of hours on it, and the parking brake symbol that does not go away whether or not the parking brake is on or off. Alright, this is what I do. Put the brush puller heads down, turn them on, and put the mower down. And I just adjust them according to the row. harvest finale video, I think there was a Dutchie that commented something about the Dutch accent. I'm assuming you're Dutch, unless you just randomly know these things. Just a second. For the Dutch accent, you can refer to Dunglish, whereby certain consonants that do not exist in Dutch language are pronounced differently, such as TH becoming T and G becoming K. And let me stop here so you can hear me. It's so loud. Because my sister and I can pretty much get like a lot of the accents, but the Dutch accent is one of the accents that we just like, I guess we haven't heard it enough that, I don't know, we can't really get it. So he gave a sentence to say. So he said, so the TH becomes T and the G becomes K. So tis is, so tis is to greatest thing. Tis is to greatest thing. Tis is the greatest thing. Is that it? Tis is to greatest. Tis is to greatest thing. I don't know. So I don't know, you have to tell me if I got it. Tis is to greatest thing. That doesn't sound bad. And then the T is pronounced with the teeth together, unlike in English, or I spell like a D. Teeth. What? Tis is to greatest thing. Tis is the greatest thing. Eh? Canadian Dutch. I don't know. Tis is the greatest thing. So you guys can't say your THs, and your THs become T. And G becomes K. Greatest. But then I heard somewhere that the TH becomes D instead of like instead of mother, it's like mutter. There instead of there, it goes like dare. Like there goes. I heard some Dutch guys say like there goes my mother instead of like there goes my mother. I don't know. This is the greatest thing. I tried. Anyway, that was on Harvest Finale. On these top and bottom fields, the rows line up perfectly, so I just go in straight through. Because why not? were all like, my sister and I were like telling you guys we can't believe it's already harvest time, like September. We couldn't believe it was already September or July. I can't remember which month it was. My sister and I were saying we couldn't believe it's already harvest time, and a lot of y'all in the comments were saying the same thing. That was 5 months ago. It feels like 5 months, but then again it doesn't. It feels like we were just saying that, you know? Their window much, but yeah, I could stick you on the back window. This thing doesn't work very good, so there we go. Now you can see out the window. Just don't fall back there, so. I'll try to move my head out of the way. Whatever. Cup thingy, and sometimes it doesn't suction and it doesn't stay on the window for very long. Thankfully the parking brake still works. So there's some posts I need to move. I'll be right back. Alright, the camera is dying, so hope you guys enjoyed this little brush pulling right along in the New Holland tractor, and we will see you all in the next one. I think cut of it very fast. Do I need to do that again? Wait a minute, let me open the door! There we go. I think you can see all the levers. Yeah. There we go. I don't really know what you can say. Can't say, can you? That don't help. Is that weird? See still. This thing doesn't stick to the window. Ugh. I think it's not jiggling though. Hold on. I just shut the door, it's a bit cold in here.